Now, this is John and Sue, and I met them very briefly in the most unusual way when I was walking across the bank at the other side of the river, the other side of the canal, when I arrived here on Saturday evening. And you was on a telephone conversation with someone, and you had I could hear a voice, and I said, say hello to her for me, and that was when I arrived here. I had Sunday off, which I usually do because the bus service is pretty bad on a Sunday, and so I'm back now in East Marton to just make a little bit of a. I've got to be honest with you, I think this place is absolutely fantastic. I think everybody must be taken by this village, and it's got a fantastic history as well. And you lived here for how long was it, Sue?
28 years this month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll like it?
We love it. Yeah, we love it. We're in the best position.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a rock star's retreat, this house, isn't it?
Yes.
It is absolutely beautiful.
Which is apt, because that's my business.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in terms of the rock and roll industry then, have you been involved directly as a musician, or is it how
I own a company called Music Factory.
Yes.
We semi-retired now, and our kids run it.
Yes.
And, so this very building here, where we live, used to be recording studios when we lived in Box Street Cottage.
Wow.
And we moved down here. We're looking to move, and I said, look, why don't we move here?
Yes.
Which is risky, because you're going to be living next to the people you sold your house to. But it's
Yes.
worked. We've been here about 8 years now.
Yes.
But we've made some hit records in that very building.
Did you really? Could you name one for me, or?
Well, Jive Bunny is...
Jive Bunny,
You
yeah.
either love me or hate me for that one. But,
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, with respect, I remember it, but it's not my kind of music, if you know what I mean.
No, it's everyday music. It's people who like to dance and rock and roll. But
Yes.
we had 3 number ones, and we finished up in the Guinness Book of Records for 3 subsequent number ones, and
Wow.
it's still rolling today.
Fantastic. Do you actually play yourself then? Are you
Just a bit of guitar. I'm a singer-songwriter originally.
Yes.
Now we just move between here and France and enjoy
How
the
wonderful.
good life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the atmosphere like in the village then? I mean, you obviously all know each other pretty well.
Everybody looks after each other. I mean, because of the COVID this year, no
Yes.
events have happened. But our dear friends, the David and Armel Nelson, who live in Gladstone,
Yes.
obviously they're the landowners, but also his father, Sir Amos Nelson, had
Yes.
all the estate.
Yes.
And they like to do, there should have been a special event this year, and the church, we always do fundraising for the church.
Yes.
We do safari suppers, and everybody mucks in. And this year, obviously, nothing, but everybody knows it. Everybody tries to look after each other
Yes.
and look out for each other, and yeah, it's a nice village.
I mean, now that the COVID situation, I mean, nobody knows whether it's sort of over or not. And what surprised me is when I arrived here, what I was really looking forward to is when I came here in 2017 with my wife and my father-in-law, we hired a narrowboat and stayed here.
Yeah.
And we went for a really nice meal up at the pub at the top there, which is closed now.
It's sad.
And I also, when I arrived here the other day, I was told that the bus service that used to run over the Double Arch Bridge on the 59, that's finished as well.
Yeah.
So it's made it quite an awkward place to get to on public transport.
Yeah, we only used to have, I think, 2 buses anyway in a day, which I suppose for a small village is enough, but it came all the way from Preston and places.
Yes.
But
It
obviously,
still comes, but it goes through Barnoldswick and Cole.
Yes.
And
but now with the COVID, everything's on a standstill, so I don't know what is
Yes.
running and what is not really.
No.
But the boats are all running again, which is lovely, and people are so nice, and they all wave and cheers, and
I've had a whale of a time with these people. You know, I've
Yeah.
interviewed I don't know how many people, and my problem is I mean, I'm 72 now, and when I've been walking for maybe 7 or 8 miles or more, my memory goes with it. You know, and when at the end of a day, I mean, to tell you very briefly, this walk I'm still on this walk around Great Britain. I've only got the last 700 miles to complete, and that's from Gretna Green to John O'Groats. And when I went up there to start the walk, the police stopped me and said, in brief, they said, well, look, Nicola Sturgeon doesn't want the English here, so you're going to go into lockdown. So having already had 6 months off, for my winter break. Then I had another 3 months, and my knees were like seriously seizing up, and I thought,
Yeah.
I've got to do some walking. And I'm thinking, what can I do that I know that's going to be flat?
Yes.
And I thought, the Leeds Liverpool Canal.
Canal,
And you know,
yes.
it's been absolutely incredible.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a beautiful walk.
And
yeah.
everywhere, I mean, Skipton, I've kind of fallen in love with
Oh,
Skipton.
Skipton's lovely. Yeah.
And,
Well,
you
a
know,
few years ago they called it the happiest place in England, you know,
Yeah.
the best
Yeah.
place to live.
in the
you
Yorkshire,
know.
the Sunday Times, it
Yes.
was in there. Yeah.
I can believe that. I mean, I guess it pushed the prices up and all that, but you know,
Yeah.
it's somewhere I would eventually like to live.
Yeah, it's a lovely town. We've got a lot of friends in Skipton. And,
Lot of history. Lot of
yeah,
history.
lot
in
of
Skipton.
history.
Yeah, it
The
has.
castle,
Still
the
got
Zackley
castle.
family own the castle, and
Yes.
that's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a tea room there, which is well worth visiting.
Yes.
And we've been around the castle a lot of times, haven't we?
Yes.
And the history is
I
just
know.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And everywhere's named after sheep. There's that many
Yes,
sheep.
yeah, well, they have, yes.
Yeah,
Sheep are very popular.
Yes.
When we were
Well,
when we were active with studio, we used to get a lot of American visitors because we used to have an office out there, and
And they
just,
loved it.
They loved Skipton
Yeah.
Castle.
Yes.
There's all the history about
Yeah.
it.
The
'cause
ducks
they don't have
coming.
the same issues that we do.
In fact,
No.
the ducks have just
The-
arrived to say hello.
These are your friends. Let me
These
just-
are our friends.
So these are,
That's mummy and babies.
so these are almost like your. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we've always had ducks. The first one we got, the dog rescued it, a baby, and we actually took it on holiday with
Really?
us, yeah, because it was too young to leave, and then we put it back in.
Yes.
When it had grown up, we could put it back into the canal and
Yeah.
let it free again.
So, and the situation about the pub. I mean, I know
Oh, right,
I'm
yeah.
going to. Sorry, what?
Yeah.
It isn't actually a pub. It's a licensed restaurant, isn't it? I mean, I suppose it's got a pub license effectively.
are you
but
talking about the?
the Abbots?
Oh, the
I'm
Abbotts,
going to
yeah.
speak to the Abbots.
Yeah,
that's
that's just
a
a cafe,
next.
cafe,
That's
but
a
they have
cafe.
got a license.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, that pub when we called there was absolutely fantastic, and
Yeah.
we had a really good meal there, and there was a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
And we teamed up with some Australian people, and
Yeah.
the four of us went and had a lovely meal. It was
Yeah.
and it was a really good atmosphere.
It's got a mixed history. You know,
It's
Yeah.
it's
can't
been
seem
good.
to settle at the moment.
It's not good. And as a village, if it's open, we'll support it because we want the pub. You know, it's
Yeah, of
just
course you do.
nice and
Yeah, yeah.
very sad. When we first moved here, it was a brother and a sister,
Yes.
or two sisters that had it, Kate and Ken, and they were the chefs, and the wives sort of did the front of house, and it was fantastic food. But
Brilliant.
After quite a few years, they left, and then it's been up and down then.
Yeah.
Up and down.
But we're surrounded by a beautiful country, beautiful establishments,
Yes.
restaurants.
There's lots of
and,
nice places,
So we're
yeah.
not short of, but you've got to drive. You know,
Yeah,
so.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Not unless you like walking for quite a
Well, yes.
while. You can walk to the Tempest.
Yes.
That's nice, and go over the hills and
Yeah.
things,
I've been
and-
walking the canal since '92.
Wow.
So, I know where you're coming from when you say you're enjoying it. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, my intention today is to walk to the Foulridge tunnel, which I think I can get to there.
Yeah,
But,
you
but
will.
the problem then is getting back from the Foulridge tunnel to here.
Yeah.
What I normally do in Scotland, I've got a little car that I tow behind the van, and
Yeah.
I use that as my second set of wheels instead of. Then I've got absolutely no need for public
Yeah.
transport. But there isn't a bus that goes from Foulridge to here.
Yeah.
You've got to get a taxi, which is about 15 quid, something like
Yeah.
that apparently.
Well, what time
which
were
is
you there? What time
Give us
will
a
you be
bell
there?
and
Give
we'll
us a
pick
bell,
you
we'll
up.
give our number, and one of us will come and collect you. Yeah. You don't
lovely
have
to
to
meet
yeah.
you.
Pleasure.
So
Thank
we'll
you
give
for
you
your
our
time.
phone number.
That's
or do
very
you want
kind
to
of
put
you.
it in your phone? Or?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful meeting you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
we'll give you our mobiles. So more better
It's time
chance.
to shut down.
Sorry.
Here I am at the Abbott's Harbour, and this is Johnny, and this is Joyce, And this is absolutely wonderful surroundings. I've been around the village and done a bit of filming and everything, and it looks absolutely like a picture postcard. It's a wonderful place. How did you find this place, Joyce?
Like you say, a picture of it is beautiful. Very like an oasis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really calming and
It's just a little hamlet in the Yorkshire Dales.
Yes,
really, by the Leeds Liverpool Canal,
Yes.
close to the Pennine Way. So
Yeah.
we've been here. I've been here all my life.
Really?
My dad farmed over here,
Yes.
and then when he had a stroke and he couldn't farm anymore, so me and my brother took over, and really, it wasn't the ideal place to milk a lot of cows.
No.
Which the way farming was going, really.
Yes.
It had to be in a big way. And so we decided to convert most of the buildings to livery stables,
Yes.
which my brother runs.
Yes.
And I came into the cafe, which my mother and father started it
Yes.
about 40 years ago.
about 40 years ago.
40
now.
years
Yeah.
ago. Wow.
They started as a little tea room for the fishermen. We
Right.
used to get a lot of fishermen coming on the canal,
Yes.
and every weekend they were full right down there. And she used to do teas and cakes for them. But
Yes.
then, since we stopped milking cows, I came into the cafe, and it's just grown and grown, really. And
Yes.
we do full
They're
meals.
really busy,
We
don't
do a lot
they?
of full meals. Yeah, Sunday lunches and
Yes. I must admit, I've spoken to lots of people, and you've got a very good reputation.
Like I think so, yeah.
Well, even your neighbours, Sue said, no, sorry, it was the chap who was on the boat on the other side. We must have been there a couple of dozen times at least,
Yeah.
and we've never had a bad meal, and it's always been an absolute pleasure.
That's
yeah.
nice,
And,
yeah.
so
yeah, we do have some
you
good customers. Yeah.
yeah,
We treat them nicely, don't we? I mean,
Yeah,
we treat
it's
them
not
as
fancy food. I wouldn't say it's fancy food, but it's
It's
just
homemade.
very good.
Yes.
Homemade,
fresh.
good quality.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Which is, which I think most people, that's what most people want. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about some of the prices that some of these restaurants charge and stuff. For something,
Yeah.
and
But you're still
people,
hungry.
Yorkshire people like just, or Yorkshire pudding, a proper Sunday lunch, or fish and chips, or all the usual things.
Well, it's
you know.
homemade, isn't it? We make our own Yorkshire puddings, and
Yes.
it's pride myself on them. But
Yeah.
that's me, Yorkshire pudding, isn't it?
And you just open 3 days a week, and that's
No.
At the moment we are, yes.
Yeah.
it's just a temporary thing. That
It
Yeah.
is with coronavirus.
Yes.
We normally open 6 days, don't we? Close on a Thursday.
right.
But with the coronavirus, we decided we shut for 3 months, weren't we?
Yeah,
And then we
lockdown.
decided,
We
yeah,
shut for
we
3
locked
months.
down.
Yes.
And then we decided that we'd open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For takeaways, because we obviously needed no money coming in. We needed
Right.
to do something,
Right.
didn't we?
Right.
And then government announced on 4th of July.
Yes.
So we've done it as like that. It's very hard though, isn't it?
Been very busy.
Different.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday,
Yeah.
just full days.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But you have to monitor it, obviously, with
Yes.
coronavirus. Get the names and address, phone numbers, haven't you?
Yes.
Tracing,
And
contact
then
tracing.
sachets, and we normally have tablecloths on and things, but we don't have them on, do we?
Right.
So you can sanitise table, obviously. When
Yes,
people have
that's a
gone
good
and-
idea. I never thought of that.
No, there's lots of things, but we're getting used to it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the garden to sit in, and everybody's sitting outside.
Yeah,
so-
we've
Yeah.
made this bigger, haven't we?
Yeah.
You can go through, campers go through next bit.
Yeah.
So don't they? We have campers and
Yes.
at Pennine Way.
And on
Yes.
the towpath, it's a good walk from like Barnoldswick and from Gargrave and Skipton.
You can
isn't
do
it?
round trips.
Yes.
People often walk.
And you've got the Pennine Way going
Pennine
straight
Way's
through.
just round the corner, isn't it?
You're in an absolutely perfect location
yeah.
for the country life, aren't
It
you?
is, yeah.
And the canal itself as well.
Yeah, people love it, don't they? They
Yeah.
come and they just sit and watch the world go by, which is what you want to do, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
Absolutely.
Very
We have a
calming.
lot of regulars that come from, some come from
Yeah.
Clitheroe. That's
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
come every day, and before
When
we
we're
were
open,
open.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They do now, yeah.
Yes. Well, it's just unfortunate that I mistimed it really, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never going to be too far away. I mean, I do like Skipton. I love Skipton, and I'm going to
Yeah.
be backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
And the reason I like Skipton is that they've got a really good internet signal there.
Yeah.
These films that I send off to YouTube can take sometimes up to 2 hours. Well,
Yeah.
they take about 30 minutes there.
Yeah.
And so that does make a big difference to me. And it's only 20 minutes away. It's worth the drive to get the extra because you save so much time.
Oh, indeed, yeah.
So you're not originally from this area. You
You're born and bred here, weren't you? I'm from Skipton, born and bred.
Skipton. Oh, really? So yeah, that is still local then,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's Skipton, born and bred, and you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And we live in the house next door.
Yes.
So we can't be late, can we? Or you know
That's
what I mean?
fantastic.
Or snowed in. We up in all weather, don't we?
Yeah.
In the snow, and
Yeah.
people walk from Cargrave and have a bacon butty, and walk back.
We usually close in February, don't we?
February, yeah.
Weather's pretty
Do you
bad.
get snowed in?
No, not nowadays.
Not
It
too
seems
bad.
different these days, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a couple, haven't we, where the roads have been short, but
Yes.
they walk from Cargrave, haven't they, or Barlick, on Canal,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know, so...
Yes, it's interesting because when I got here on Saturday evening, there's the guy who we used to play with Magna Carta.
Yeah.
I stopped his wife and said, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the restaurant's shut? Could you give me a taxi number?" So she said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to Gargrave."
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, come on, I'll take you."
That's nice.
It was very nice of her.
Yeah,
So I bought a bottle of wine because I know they like the wine, and I
Yeah.
brought it yesterday. I popped by, and such wonderful people, dead friendly,
Yeah.
and we was talking music a lot of the time,
Yeah.
and but typical Yorkshire folk, really lovely, people.
Friendly, aren't we?
Yeah.
Down to earth, no airs and graces.
No, well, that's it. As you are. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, get what you see.
Thank you very much indeed for your time.
That's okay.
It's been wonderful meeting you, and I do look forward to coming when you're open, and
Yeah.
I definitely will do, and I'm
Yeah.
going to come and have a meal here.
Hopefully coronavirus, and we should be back to normal, but at the moment we're
You've been
surviving,
careful.
aren't we?
Yes. I'm just a little bit concerned because I'm heading towards Blackburn and Burnley, where it's just been
that's,
pretty serious.
That's
But
in
I think I'm as safe as anywhere on the
Providing
canal.
Yeah, providing you...
Just to be sensible.
That's right, I think
I do
a lot
keep
of it.
myself to myself
Yeah.
and everything. I
A
don't
lot
allow
of
anybody
this-
in the van, and
Yeah.
I don't go to pubs.
Yeah.
I'll just usually get a 4-pack and drink a couple of them on. I do like a beer when I'm editing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And
But it's good, as long as you're sensible.
Of
it's fine.
course.
It's, that's what we say, isn't it? It's just,
Yeah.
you do get, not so much, well, you don't hear, do you?
Yeah.
Everybody's, but in big, busy places,
Yeah.
you just watch yourself, haven't you?
yeah. So what are you doing for the rest of the day then? Is that it?
Well, we've
We've
got
eat
some
some-
ordering to do, and we're ordering and
Yeah.
restocking,
Yeah.
just cleaning up, cleaning down.
Aftermath of the busy weekend, and just clear down and, sort of get everything ready for,
Ready for the next one?
for next session.
Excellent.
It's lovely to put his feet up.
I'll bet. Thank you very much indeed to you both.
That's
It's
okay.
been wonderful. And I'll edit this and it should be on tomorrow with a bit of luck, if not the day after.
We'll look forward to that, Jim. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Come on then. Come on then, let's have a hug. Come on, fella. Come on then. He's a good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you're beautiful, aren't you? You're beautiful. You're beautiful, aren't you? Just look at you. Fantastic. Just look at you. You're a lovely boy. A lovely fella.
It's true, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
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 Often to do things and I can't remember names or
I know, that's one of my big...
places.
It makes me look stupid at times, yeah. But it's lovely to see you again, Brian. Are you
Yeah.
you're just having a top up now then?
Yeah, we just filled it up with water.
Yeah.
We're just moving moorings at the minute,
Yeah.
and then
Where are you off to then?
we haven't made our mind up yet, have we?
Right, you're
That's,
just gonna find something along
yeah.
the way that suits you.
yeah, that's
yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
it. We might even stay here for a few days,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then probably at the weekend
yeah.
head farther up, go up to Barrowford
Yes.
at the weekend.
Yes.
So
Yeah. That's-
yeah,
I'm heading for Foulridge Tunnel today. I mean,
Yeah.
that's about what, 7 or 8 miles, I would think.
yeah.
So
If I don't know, It's Cafe Cargo there, which is
Yes, I've seen that.
yeah.
I went to see them when I did my recce, and they said I can park on their car park. So the only problem is getting back from there to here. Met a couple of characters here that have been obviously talking for a while, but I'm interrupting them, I'm sorry, but I do distinctly remember I don't remember your name. David, yes, and you are?
Jed.
Okay, Jed's just finished walking Scotland, and he's walking on this path, and we was just talking about my experience of being chucked out of Scotland. And David, I remember you distinctly, we rented a red 57 feet thing called Ayrton from Skipton,
Pennine
Cruises,
yeah.
And you and there was another chap, and we doubled up. I think we met just the other side of this village, and we doubled up going all the way down the locks at
Bank Newton.
Bank Newton, yes, we doubled up. And I think he was going shopping or something like that. And
right.
I had my father-in-law with me. He was doing the driving, even though he was 95, and he told me on the way home, he said, "I'm sorry I didn't tell you before we started, Jim, but he said I forgot to bring my driving glasses." So he's more or less done all of that driving without his glasses, which made me wonder why he kept going to the wrong side as we approached the locks. You know, he couldn't figure it out, but he daren't ask, which is quite funny, really. But it's nice to see you again.
Yeah, happy travels.
Thank you very much.
And nice to meet you. So.
Nice to meet you, and keep in touch. It'd be very nice.
We'll check your video out on YouTube.
Thank you. I'll give you a card. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Bye now.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning. It's just after 11 o'clock on Monday, the 10th of August, and I'm making my way away from East Marton, heading for the Foulridge tunnel, which is around about 7 miles or thereabouts. And I've spent quite some time in East Marton this morning, as you've already seen, interviewing some fantastic people, having arrived there on Saturday evening, if you remember, and I was given a very useful and helpful lift by a woman called Kathy, and she took me back to Gargrave, where, if you remember, the traffic was absolutely appalling because of the situation where the White Swan pub burnt down, or the Swan, or whatever it was named. Well, I came back yesterday to meet those people and bring them a bottle of wine, which I thought they deserved, and met Kathy's partner Chris, and we sat there chewing the fat about music. And he used to play in a band, and I'm quite sure many of you older generation people will remember Magna Carta. Wonderful guy, and we're going to get together during the week and have another chat about music. Now, the other funny thing was, I did see another couple who were sat in their absolutely gorgeous house on the bank, talking on the telephone, and I said hello to them. And the man, John, he was the producer of Jive Bunny, who had 3 number 1 hits, and we sat and chewed the fat for a while. And then I went to the pub restaurant that's in the village. It's called Abbott's Harbour, and spoke with the landlady and her husband, and we had a good old chat, and it was great. I could actually make a 30-minute, 40-minute film just about that village. I really do love East Marton. So today's intention is to get to the Foulridge tunnel and not through it. I've got permission to park on the car park, and Sue, who is John's wife, said, well, when you get to the Foulridge tunnel, should be about 3 o'clock, I'll meet you there, and we'll have a cup of coffee, and I'll give you a lift back, all the way back here, which is absolutely tremendous. It's going to save me hours, because the buses have been stopped now. They don't stop at the village any longer. The pub, the Cross Keys, is closed down, and so it's all been very timely, and all these absolutely wonderful people have, been absolutely great. I'm absolutely made up about it. One thing I do want to apologise about is the film that you saw last, which was walking from Gargrave to East Halton. I did tend to bang on a little bit, and I probably went overboard a little bit, too much talking, and I was in a really talkative, happy mood, and I do feel quite a lot calmer today. The weather, it looks as if it's going to be cloudy all day. We're going to get sunny spells, but it's absolutely perfect weather for walking. So, here we go. So this is Frank, who's the owner of this boat, and I'm interested in that you've got their holistic therapist. So what does that involve exactly, Frank? What's that?
That's my wife Louise. She's been a holistic therapist for 14, 16 years now.
Yes.
And she does aromatherapy, reflexology,
right,
Indian head massage, and she mixes and blends her own oils, which help with various problems. Might be eczema, dermatitis, or just pain, or just perfume oils for people.
Excellent.
And we move along the canal.
Yeah.
And
do all that to the boat owners and stuff?
But yeah, well, the boat owners or people coming past. I mean, we normally have some leaflets, but we're moving today, so I'm putting the leaflets out, and it's a bit windy.
Yes.
And it's just helping people along
the way.
The canal.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Oh, that's brilliant. So, which way are you going to go? Are you going to go down?
We're going towards East Marton.
Oh, yes.
Today.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple of days, sit out the thunderstorms.
Yes.
Tomorrow and the day after.
Yes.
And then we'll move down
towards Skipton in
towards
that direction.
Gargrave,
Yeah.
and eventually Skipton and through, and most likely to Bingley.
Yeah.
It's just and Kildwick is one of my favourite places.
Yeah, fabulous.
It's absolutely beautiful at Kildwick.
Yeah.
So we normally have a couple of weeks there.
Yes.
Because you only like to stay anywhere.
Yes.
2 weeks, and then we turn round and
come back.
Mosey back to Bonalswick, where our home mooring is.
What a lovely way of life.
It is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, that's brilliant. Well, thank you, Frank. It was just a quick message, and very nice to meet you, and the best of luck. And you'll see this on YouTube probably tomorrow.
Oh well, we'll keep an eye on your blog and see how you're getting on, and hope it goes well.
Well, thank you. It is going very well. I'm really enjoying
and Liverpool's a beautiful place to get to.
Oh, I know it's
we cruised to Liverpool.
Yes.
About 3 years ago now.
Yes.
And it was fabulous. We had 2 weeks in the Abbott dock.
Yeah.
And they look after you really well. You get free moorings, free electric.
Ah, that's brilliant.
And you explore Liverpool from the very centre of the docks.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes. I actually walked through Liverpool when I was walking down on my walk around Great Britain. I was walking down from like Carlisle to North Wales, and you go down through like Southport and into Liverpool and right through the dock. And they're making fantastic progress with rebuilding, and Stanley Lock, where there's all the old tea warehouses.
That's right. They're rebuilding all of those. You go in through that way.
Yes.
To get in.
And it does make a difference. It's and the Beatles statue and right next to the ferry across the Mersey.
Beatles Museum, and there's some.
It's beautiful, wasn't it? Absolutely staggering.
Yeah.
Lovely. So here I am at Greenperfield Locks, and I've just bumped into these people who are just having a nice breather in the sunshine. It's turned out to be nice weather, hasn't it?
It's absolutely wonderful today. Yes,
It's perfect for walking. Yeah,
perfect, yes.
And they say there's going to be some thunderstorms later on. You know, the forecast generally seems to be. I don't know, the BBC seems to be being like 2 days behind with it all at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's lovely to meet you, and thanks for your advice.
Yes.
And the best of luck.
Okay.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Enjoy your walk today.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, I'm not far now from the Cargo Cafe. I think I'm meeting someone at 3 o'clock there, so I should be okay for that.
5 minutes away, that's all.
But these people are doing a bit of fishing, actually just looking at the fishing. It's surprising you can actually see the roach. So just give us all a wave, and really nice to see you all.
Nice to see you. Good luck on your walk.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Nice to see you. Bye bye now. Bye bye. So I'm not far now. In fact, I can see I can't read it, but I can see it. What's the name of that? It's Cargo Cafe, isn't it?
Cafe Cargo.
Cafe
yes.
Cargo.
And you're at Foulridge.
Yes, and I'm meeting somebody at 3 o'clock who's kindly riding me all the way back to East Marton, where I've just walked from.
Excellent.
So how's business with you doing all right?
It's been all right, yeah. To say what's going on country-wise.
Absolutely.
It's been all right. Yeah. We've not been we're surviving.
Yes.
Main thing.
So you know Brian down at Bank Hall?
Yeah, Brian. Yeah. We in fact we had our boat in there a few years ago. Yeah. Yeah, we've known Brian a while. Yeah.
I mean, it's a lovely boat, but I think he's had enough now, especially on his own.
Yes.
And it gets a bit too much and all the rest of it, and the travelling and stuff. And, I went to watch him take 2 boats out and put another one in, so it went right through the whole series of events.
Yeah,
It was quite interesting. He was quite pleased with it. And I'm going to do another one, but show some of the old photographs from the past when they were digging it out and all that kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
But a very nice family.
Been there a long time as that.
Oh yeah, I know it has.
Long time.
Well, he's got some old photographs from about 1812. I mean, when I say photographs, pictures and stuff like that. But I thoroughly enjoyed the day with him, and I was with Eddie.
The sign writer.
Yes.
Yeah, we know Eddie. Yeah,
Eddie Ralph. Yeah. He's a lovely
local characters around
here. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to know everybody.
Yeah. You do. You just bump into people time and time again.
Like,
Brian obviously having the dry dock and whatnot. He has a boat over at Skipton.
Yeah.
And then Eddie being sign writer, we've always seen Eddie up and down place.
Yeah. He's a lovely bloke.
He's
as well,
a nice man,
is
Eddie. Yeah, he is. He's a good man. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Neil.
And you, sir.
Okay, I hope you enjoy the films and stuff.
With your quest.
Thank you very much. See you on, mate.
See you later. Thank you.
Bye. Well, just to say to you, Sue, I really appreciate your help with this. I don't know how I would have got back, and the bus route and all the rest of it. And you were both turned up more or less bang on 3 o'clock, which was very nice. And it's been fantastic. And once again, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
You're very welcome.